Hi, Nick Tidy here. Just want to go through my project here. Let's start at the top. So show the IP addresses of the company and partner network. Start with the company network. There those are. It's configured to use the IPv4 address of 192.168.0.103. Now I'll go ahead and go to AD Site B, or the partner network. And this is on the other subnet, and it is configured to use 192.168.10.103. Close out of this. So let's keep going down the list here. Let's see what's next. Active Directory infrastructure, company and partner network. Okay. So let's start out with the company network again. So per the requirement in the document, I have a username Simon Franklin with a username S Franklin. Go ahead and take a look at that. S Franklin right here. I also have an OU called Top Secret Access. And S Franklin is a member of that. And the shared drive in here. And again, this is on AD Store. Don't really have to actually configure anything on here, but I'll show you why I did that later. So we'll go back to AD Site B. I have the exact same configuration over here. Do a refresh on the ADUC window here. So as you can see, this is the AD Site B, the partner network. I have an OU called Top Secret Corp and security group. And you'll find S Franklin as a member. Okay. Let's go down the list again. DNS configuration, company and partner network. So let's start out with the company network. AD Store. So I configured forward lookup zones on both AD Store, the company network, and AD Site B, the partner network. So you'll see here, this is the normal one that's set to default, and this is the forward that goes to tidyandcorp.local, which is the partner network. You can see my A records here, SOAs. So let's go ahead and go to the partner network. Look at the exact same thing. DNS. Forward lookup zones. And this time, the lookup zone is going to be going to tidyn.local, which is the company network. You can see all my stuff here. This is from a previous lab. We can just, that doesn't matter. So let's go down the list again. The ability to ping resources using names. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the company network, pinging the partner network. Open up a command prompt window here. There you go, successfully pinged the partner network. Now let's ping the company network from the partner network, or partner machine. Open up another command prompt window here. And successfully pinged that one too, so that's good. Let's look at the trust relationships of the company and then the partner network. Actually, I'm going to stop at this point, talk about some configuration here and why I did it. I created a little Visio map to help you understand. So I have AD Site A and AD Site B. So this is the company network right here on the left, and this is the partner network right here on the right. Now, this name right here is the name of the domain controller for the company network, tidn.local, and this is the partner network's domain controller, tidncorp.local. These are the IPs. You can see they're on different subnets. So this is from a previous project right here. You can just see that host 1 and host 2 are members of AD Site A, or tidn.local domain controller. And then AD Site B only has tidn Corp client, which is the Windows 10 VM that you provided us with already in SkyTab. So this is separate. We could see these as being in two different locations, maybe Michigan here and Florida over here, for example. So let's keep moving on the list here. Back to trust relationships. Okay, so first we'll start on AD Storage, the company network. Active Directory domains and trusts. And we'll go to Properties, Trusts, tidncorp.local, and external on the outgoing trusts on this one. Double click that and show you the properties here. There we go. Nothing special. So let's run on over to the partner network, tidncorp.local. Trusts. And there's an incoming trust on this. Open up the properties for you. Okay, nothing special. Okay. Close out of this stuff. And let's move down the list again. So, user accounts created. I already really showed you that in the previous Active Directory infrastructure, but I can show you that again in more detail. Again, I just created a S. Franklin account on both as per the Word document you sent out. So this is on the AD Site B. Inside the OU called Top Secret Corp. See, Simon Franklin resides in there, and there's a security group, which he also is a member of. Not entirely necessary, though. And we'll go down to the AD storage, the company network. But again, a top secret OU, top secret access. Here was not entirely necessary for the project. We'll get to why I did this. It's just a cool thing I wanted to try out and figured I could demonstrate it here as well. So let's keep moving down the list. Shares created. So we're on AD storage, so we're on the company network. That's the only place shares are created. There's nothing on the other network. And we have a shared example. No, this one is not going to be usable by the person that logs in on the Windows 10 client machine. And yes, this one will be accessible. So let's go ahead and go to properties, and I'll show you the sharing here. So we have the path, advanced sharing, permissions. These are the permissions I'm using. And we'll click OK on that. See that both of them get allowed. And this one isn't entirely necessary, but we'll get to that later. Show you this one too. Oops. There we go. See, they're deny on both. Okay. And let's move on to the next part here. Domain joined client. Okay, so let's open up our client here. Do this. For now, we'll just log in as student. Oops. Go ahead and let that load for a moment. Again, I'm not on a domain account currently. So, Tidy Corp client, there we go. You see all that's domain joined. Look at this. It is 100% joined to the domain. It's joined to the tidyandcorp.local, so the partner network domain as it should be, which is AD Site B. Let's go to our next thing here. Demonstrate that Simon Franklin is logged into the company network domain using the client PC and can access the company. Okay, so first I'm going to demonstrate that. So let's go ahead and log out. Other user, so S Franklin at tidyandcorp.local. And this tidyandcorp.local isn't entirely necessary because that's the default domain controller it's going to go to anyways, but just to prove that it is that. Enter in the password. Give it a moment here. So let's check out our shares. And here you can see shared example, no, AD store. Shared example, yes, AD store. So, as you would expect, we're going to click this no first. And you can see we're immediately denied access. You do not have permission to access this share, which is good. That's what we wanted. So, then let's go to yes. And you can see we can access this share. So, if we go to new, and let's just create a new text document, test. See, it successfully saved, and to prove that, we'll hop on over to AD storage real quick and take a look on the machine the drive is actually on. Shared example, yes. And you'll see that the test folder, the test file is here. So that's good. So let's go back to our list real quick. Okay, copy a file from the partner network to the company network. Okay, so we'll just drop it on the desktop to prove that. There we go, and now it's on this network, so that really wasn't an issue. So this is currently just on this local machine, so let's go ahead and actually copy it over to a company network resource for the partner network. So here's my share on the partner network. Nothing special. Oh, better fix that real quick. And there's the partner share. And we'll drop this into here. Looks like we need permissions. And there we go. Completely works. So now I'll just go over a cool feature that I played around with here. We go back to AD storage, and we change our trust rules. Go ahead and add a new trust. We're just going to convert this to a two-way trust so that Simon Franklin, his domain account, could actually be stored only on the AD storage machine, and he can just log in at his partner network to a domain account stored on the company network. So we'll go ahead and click next here. Domain wide. Set up a password. Oops. That all looks good. So now we have a two-way trust on the AD storage machine. Let's make a two-way trust on the AD Site B machine. So on the partner network. There we go. You can see we have a two-way trust again. Again, this isn't part of the project. I thought it was just a really good way to show the proof of concept here. So let's go back to our client machine. And we're currently logged in as S. Franklin at TidyEnd Corp. So we're using the domain controller, the AD Site B domain controller, the partner network's domain controller. But what we're actually going to do is log into this machine on the partner network using an account on this domain controller. So there's a separate S. Franklin account on here that we're going to use. So let's go ahead and do that. Sign out. And if this was only one-way trust like it was in the past, to give me an error here and say that the trust relationship doesn't set up for that. But now, since I made it a two-way trust, oops, it will work. So S. Franklin at tidyend.local. So tidyend.local is the AD storage machine. And click enter here. There we go. It looks like it's going to log in. And I've also configured this account for him to have full access to the shared drives as well and be denied the one he's supposed to. So, click this. See, he's denied access to the no and permitted access to the yes. And there's that test folder we put in there earlier. So I just thought that was pretty neat. And I think that's it for the project. Yeah, looks like that's it. Thank you.